Let's just come off the wall. What the fuck just happened? What the fuck just happened? Why is this not staying up all of a sudden? Literally, you've been in here this whole time. How did you even get off? Why did this just happen? Jesus Christ. All I was trying to do was turn this on. Now I gotta redo my whole desk. Damn. Boy, am I sick of that. Anybody watching? What's up? Filming a scene. We're working on it. We're just getting set up. My computer's being dumb. Things falling apart. What do you do? I am just doing another simple scene. Just going to show you guys how I set it up. The lights that I use. And I'm going to get a couple different pieces of content out of this, I think. So there'll be a YouTube breakdown, shorts, maybe a short film, but I doubt it. My hair is a mess. How's everybody else doing? Where's the comments at? That ain't it. Maybe there is none, and that's why they're not showing. Yeah, okay. Care, starting with my Blackmagic Pixel 6K. Ooh, I just dropped that fucking monitor. I didn't just break that. Been rough this morning, guys. Not sure why. It has been. So we're gonna put some, for the love of God. Cool. I don't know who Chad Butler is. Okay, let's change this overhead light to a. Make sure you can see me. We're gonna 14 people. Oh my gosh. Someone said gay. Okay. Keys and milk. Super weird that you would comment that, but whatever. D, what up, girl? Good to see you. Good morning. I'm just trying to make a scene. I wanted to make something. I just put out a short film and I need to make something again. Facebook's been doing decent for me, so I'm just trying to put out content there. So I'm probably going to do a wide tutorial from this setup, a Euphoria scene on a bed, and then just like some shorts and stuff. So if there's anything you want to see or any questions you have, just let me know. I'm using my nan light stuff right now. That's what I got here. I'm going to switch this overhead light. It's on yellow right now. I was shooting something that I wanted to give the feeling of insecure, so Yeah, yeah. Facebook hasn't been bad for me. Honestly, that's where all my recent YouTube subscribers have come from. D is Facebook, but Facebook accepted me into their program to be paid. So I would just apply, and then when you get approved, yeah, just start posting, dude. It's a really good community on there for filmmaking, anyways. I think. So now we got the bulb effect. It's too bright. I like. People always ask me why I'm always using a flickering bulb, and it's just because all of my gangster content needs to look like I'm dingy, broke, living on the edge. And a simple way for me to make that come across in my visuals is to just put a flickering bulb above it. Like, I can't even really afford to replace any of my bulbs and stuff. So it's kind of the story. How did you do it? Facebook? I somewhere on Facebook you can apply, but I was asked to apply by Facebook through Instagram. Which is weird enough because I don't have a good Instagram following. They denied me the first time, and I reapplied again and got put on the wait list. And then randomly one day they were like, "Here you go," and game changer, game changer if you can get on there for sure. Um, D. I know that you use Dehancer. Could you give me a little bit of information about that? Like, I have used Magic Bullet Looks, which is very similar to Dehancer, but I had Dehancer recently hit me up asking if I would want to be in their affiliate program, and I've never used their coloring stuff. I think I'm going to give it a try, but I just wanted someone else's opinion that has used it before. What was that? We're going to drop the intensity and the speed. It's a little bit too much. Just a little flicker here and there would be cool. I also like to use flickers for transitions. Okay. All right. Maybe I should show you this so you see what I'm doing here. The app, I don't know what you're saying, app. Play around with every single line. Sweet. All right. Looking forward to checking it out. Uh Film grain, but yeah, I think the film grain that I like to use Magic Bullets film grain. I really like what they have. They have actual film stock film grain, which is cool. But yeah, excited to check that out. As far as the app, I'm not sure what app you're talking about. Here we flip this thing. There we go. Okay, here is what I am trying to shoot. What is the program you did on Facebook? It uh, it's not a program, at least not that I remember. It's it's just to start earning. It's just monetization on Facebook. I'm just using the Facebook app, is all. If that's helpful. If that's not, I'm sorry. But yeah, I'm just using the Facebook app. Okay, so we got a little bit of shadow caused by the grid, which I don't mind. I have a bunch of lights that I still need to put in here. I want to put fake sunlight back here so that when I shoot this way, I can get it feeling like the sun's peeking through over there. Um, Thank you for watching my short films. I appreciate it. Yeah, I just dropped one. I feel like I'm really just figuring out my visual style and stuff. So thank you. I appreciate that. And thank you so much for watching, for real. It's so hard to get to 3,000 watch hours. So anything you guys do is helpful. Okay, I don't want to turn my thing on. Okay, still, I might have to just because I can't. Whatever does it mean? Oh, let's get some music going. Whatever do you mean? What was that? Porcelain white lace, blue bonnet on, paint down the road. It was this. That's weird. Grand Central Fair. Oh. Oh yeah. That's honestly not bad. A lot of people would be pretty good with that. I could be good with that. That looks pretty good. But that's just a regular temp. I don't have any contrast, I feel, or emotion in this, and I need to add that now. So that's what you're going to see me doing. This is what I do, y'all, every day. I just wake up, try to film something. I'm just trying to grow a community here. I didn't go to film school. I just love to create, and I want people to feel what I feel without maybe having to go through the pain of it. And that's what I do. That's what I did for music. That's what I do here in my YouTube channel. So we have a lot of. I'm a big fan of using thirds and not doing center frame shots. So we have a lot of negative fill and space here. I don't hate it, but this is where the sun's gonna peek through. So I need to get that ray, and I think that sun ray is really gonna add a lot of depth to this, right? I do like the shadows this is giving me, so we're gonna just see after adding all this light what happens. So the lights we're gonna add sunlight. I need room tone, which I'm gonna use with my Nova 300C. The gobo I put on my 60x aperture will help me just texturize that sun a little bit. We'll just start there and see what I'm feeling. I don't need to get too crazy about this, but oh, nobody's here anymore. That's okay. I'm sure D's still here. One tip I can always give. I need to flip this back around. I'm sure that's getting weird. One tip I could always give with lighting, especially if you're trying to add color contrast, but you don't want the color to wash out your face, have a key or a fill light on your subject that's at like 10, maybe 15% max on your regular temp color. Like 5600, you can do RGB even. I would stay away from HSI. I would just simply keep it at that and then start to add color outside of your first light temp. When I was just trying to throw in color when I first started, I was always having my face washed out and it was just not fucking flattering and it was gross. So I was like, I need to, all the movies I watched, I was like, they have, especially in Euphoria, they have great color contrast, but you can still see the definition in their face. And that's something I've been working hard to achieve. So that's what I do is I put just a little bit of normal light on my face that you can see it. Sometimes it's that light that you need in your eyes, that. And then I build the color around there. And that's how I get that contrast. You're going to see me start to I'm going to flip the camera back around. So if you get bored and leave, that's totally cool. But you're going to see the scenes start to come together a lot more. That's my ceiling. Hey, Bubba. Should be. Can you get up here so you can be my subject? That's my dog. He's gonna be my subject. Come here, bud. Yes, you good boy. Yes, you good boy. Who's a good boy? Yes. Of course it's a low battery. Why wouldn't it be? I only had it plugged in for 4 days. It's completely dead. Grab that nan light. I'll check it out. Hold on, dude. I'm having an issue with my fucking autofocus. What are you doing? Okay. I now want to come back to what you said, D. I want to grab. I need to look at what you're talking about. There's just a big difference. It's not a need to switch from RGB or HSI. Both settings just give you different results as far as like how your camera handles it. RGB is way different than HSI, or even just using I can't remember it right now off the top of my head, but like half CTB and stuff like that. Like that's what I recommend using for your face and skin lighting and stuff, and only use RGB and HSI for complementary or contrasting tones. Personally, that's what I do anyways. I'm not familiar with the film world. Where did you start? Like, what was the first item you started with? Good question. I borrowed a Canon camera from a good friend of mine for 2 years and just, hey, Wagner, get out. Sorry, bud. Go, go. For 2 years and just kind of learned how the camera worked. I made a couple really crappy videos and some other content. Hey, go. And just kind of fell in love with the art of it first. So I would recommend just getting a camera of any sort, even if it's your phone for right now, just something that takes images that you can start learning framing and lighting and like what these things do to subjects. And then once you really feel like you're still into it, I suggest then getting a DSLR of some sort. Panasonic's good. D could recommend that. Sony would be the first one that I would recommend on a budget every day. Yeah, that's what I do. Okay. Yeah, I know. For example, if you need a candlelight, you don't need to switch the Evoke. Huh. Interesting. Cool. I'll check it out, Dave. Thanks for letting me know there was a new light on the market. Um, that is a hot take, and I appreciate that. Sony is awesome. I do love Sony. Do I think it has the best quality over all cameras? No, I don't think so. Especially because you're just shooting MP4 all the time. And if you really get into color grading and doing stuff like shooting just films and stuff, you'll see low light is hard when shooting MP4. I mean, I love Sony. Don't get me wrong. That is a good take. Sony is incredible and a leader in the film world for sure. Black Magic to me has some of the best color science on the market for the price that it offers, and it's very comparable to RE colors. RE cameras to me are the best cameras to ever be made in existence. Throwing that out there. Throwing that out there. I love y'all talking. I got to get some more coffee, so keep talking. I'm gonna be coming in and out of here, so if you don't want to hang out, I understand. I've only used Sony, but I've only tried to. Sony's good. I'm not knocking Sony. I had a Sony 6500 for like 10 years that I did so much stuff on, so I'm not knocking it whatsoever. You can do some cool stuff. I just noticed when I switched to an actual cinema camera, the huge difference you had as far as control and all that stuff. But yeah, Sony rules. Dee is a film legend. Make sure you check out her channel. Subscribe if you can. She's got some cool shorts. One of my favorite shorts on YouTube is actually done by Dee. It's the clown. The clown. I don't want to call it a clown, but the one where you get the box and you can't stop laughing. Dee, that was really cool. I think it's time to do number 2 on that. But yeah, check out Dee's profile if you haven't. Dee's been with me. I've been doing YouTube for 12 years, but Dee really started following me when I went hard in at it last year, and she's been with me ever since. So she's awesome. Make sure you check her out for me, please. All right, Koopy, what are we doing here? Well, first let's shut off the overhead light, because that's also giving some nasty. There we go. I was like, where are these yellows? There we go. All right. Hey, appreciate it. Okay, so now you're getting some weird. Okay. You see what that does right there? I don't hate it. That's giving some like life to this that I think I like. Like the sun's so bright behind me, but should I? But that looks like the moonlight, you know? I need this. What's happening? Alrighty, D, I appreciate it. I'm gonna hop off so I can get some stuff done.